Welcome to the Maple Leaf with Heart string art. Definitely some Canadian love going on these days, and we thought this would be a perfect one to add to the selection for everyone. It's one of the most popular ones in the studio as well. So I wanted to show you how to string it. We have a bit of a unique pattern to stringing this one, so you can choose to follow these directions or feel free to string and fill the heart and the maple leaf in as you desire. But what we're going to begin with is our stringing of the maple leaf. And so we're starting with a loose air knot that we're going to slip on to the bottom-most nail on the maple leaf. The tail that you have off of your double knot when you're done it can remain there, and we're hoping to come back to that to finish up tying it when we're all done. Now we're going to fill the inside of our entire maple leaf in first, and what I'm doing is a U pattern. So you'll see here that I've gone around the nail head so it looks like a U. I can also come across the face of it and go the other way, and that will make an X with my thread. If you practice and look at that, the easier way will to be using the U. And so we're going to use the U to do most of our patterning today. And you're going to come back down the maple leaf stem to fill it in, just because we're not going to get to this little outpost anytime soon until we get to the very end again. So once we come down the stem and up the stem and then back down again, we're going to look to go up it one more time before we start stringing the maple leaf in the middle. And what I usually do is I look to find a nail head that I have not been to, and that will provide a different angle on the thread in order to fill in the entire piece. And so when we get back to the top, we're going to go to this point right here, the corner on the right hand side, and we're going to begin by stringing it to the heart nail. And all I do is I go across nail by nail. I'm going to choose in this part to go back to the heart nail multiple times. Now, the thing with this design is that we're essentially following a pattern. Our outer line versus the heart inner line. And the inner line is going to have a lot more nails coming to it and threads from the maple leaf. This is one that as you work, you're going to really want to turn the board around as you go. But what I'm doing is I'm using my best judgment on when to move around the heart and when to keep it on a certain nail head. And then I'm just going to come back down, find a different angle if I can. It's looking pretty tight in there. I'll just walk down another angle over here to get my same beginning thread. Now, last but not least, we're going to outline our maple leaf in order to finish off the design, and then we'll work on the heart. So in order to outline it, we're going to do a loop-de-loop around the nail head and walk our way around the entire design of the maple leaf. And we're just making our way finally down the stem of the maple leaf, looping around the very last ones, and then we will double knot it and tie it off without it slipping at the very end. So now I can cut any of my stray threads of the red. Angle my board the right way so I don't cut my other threads by accident. And now I'm doing it in white, so I'm beginning with an air knot as well, and I'm going to start on the very bottom of my heart. And I'm making that a double knot. And I like to do the hearts horizontally twice and then back vertically. and I just personal preference from stringing enough hearts that's how I prefer it. Essentially, you just want to fill in your entire heart, no matter how you choose to do it. And so what you'll do is, as I did, just went horizontally, and now I'm coming back down at a different angle, a bit vertically. To that point, and then I'm actually just going to look for a different angle to give it a really nice fill. You can practice again as you work on your stringing of the heart. You can also unstring. You can restring and start again and go back and forth as you see fit. This one in particular, I'm going to loop all the way around. Now I didn't get back to my starting point on where I first initially tied my heart on. When you are doing the outline, that's not that big of a deal. I can always come back to it either way. So I'm gonna walk my way back to it. Now, one other last little technique that we really like is to do a double outline. So in order to do that, you can turn around and make a U with your thread and walk around the inside as well of your heart, and that will give you a double line outline look. And especially with the white heart on the red thread that is so dark, it's a really nice contrast to just complete the look of this heart. And then I'm just coming back to finish the outline to be able to tie it off. And we'll do one last double knot. In order to do that, I just cut my thread short. Not too short though, short enough to be able to tie it at the end. I just don't leave it on the full roll. And then I'm able to make a double knot at the very end, cut that off without cutting any other threads. And there you have it. There's your maple leaf with heart pattern.